Hello Capsuleer, my name is Gildy and welcome to EVE Online.
Hear ye, Legion expansion is upon us. It brings lots of changes, from freelance jobs, letting corporations go public with their tasks, brand new ships which might shake some things up for sure, looking at you high-sec Bashan corps, speedrunning, making Babarogas to harass unfit Athanors, to making the new nullsec sovereignty even easier because, Bob forbid, any nullsec block has to actually decide which system will have shortage of what materials. But there is one more thing that caught my attention more than others, since it might shake up some of the Tech 1 metas by increasing the strength of the plain Tech 1 ships, which I love to use and punch up against people throwing ISK at their high tier stuff. First big thing that Legion brings us is the increased resistances of energized membranes, armor coatings, armor hardness, shield hardness, and shield amplifiers by around 11%. This marks the complete rollback of surgical strike nerfs to those modules, which was not very popular among players, making ships more squishy. Why is this a good thing for Tech 1 ships? They generally start with lower resistances than their Tech 2 counterparts, so they will in general benefit more from the increased survivability, as the increases to resistances from modules on high-end resists quickly run into diminished returns. This then will help you extend your fights a little, giving more bonuses to running with more resistances in general. It is not everything, however, because some of the ships got a rebalance pass, giving to some and taking away a little bit of the top of others that might still be a bit overpowered. But before we go into the numbers, there is one extra thing: the visuals. Some of the cruisers received a little glow up, so let's take a look at before and after for their models. If you want to skip this part, you can of course choose the next chapter in the video. First up, Mauler and its Tech 2 variants, Sacrilege and Devoter, received an update, Mauler having more detail, and its Tech 2 variants getting more distinct and way bulkier models. Omen again, more detail in the base and faction variant, and the Tech 2 version, Zealot, has actually become symmetrical. Thorax got quite an upgrade, with even the plain Tech 1 hull getting bulkier and again more symmetrical, then Vigilant being very similar, which will be a theme with the faction ships, but Phobos and Deimos getting way different models, making them easier to distinguish, and well, I might have to start flying Deimos way more now because it looks sick. Celestis, being nice but quite plain ship before, is another one in line, getting a lot more detail, with Lachesis and Arazu receiving pretty interesting models and looking great. And yes, I am biased towards Galenta ships, if you can't tell. Scythe has also been surely working out and not skipping solar panel or thruster days, because it got a wider, meaner looking hull and scimitar. Well, I want a non-logi version of that ship because it looks like it should be dealing damage, not reps. I personally love the changes and hope that we will see more soon, because current direction looks perfect. Art team, please keep up the great work. So, pretty sights over, back to the numbers. Several ships got their stats changed around, opening new possibilities, possibly shifting metas a little bit and hopefully making people undock and more types of ships overall. First in line is the Thorax, one of my favorite Tech 1 cruisers. It is getting an increase of max speed by 10 meters per second and 40 megawatts upgrade to power grid. For me, who loves glass cannon Thoraxes punching up and tearing through marauders, this is a great change. Easier getting into range of blasters, and more power grid should help with building more buffer while not having to resign from using better guns, which should work out great for the ship and help it have a stronger presence. Just to have a side-by-side test, the new upgrade gives it enough power grid that I was able to ditch the power grid rig, replace it with CPU, and upgrade the glass cannon meta shield extenders to Tech 2 variants, buying the ship's 2k EHP. Not much, but every second counts when you play the game of shooting marauders down before they can actually hurt you. Rapture gets an increase from 5% to 10% damage per Minmatar cruiser skill. Its rate of fire bonus turns to tracking speed, and Drone Bay gets 10 cubic meters and 10 megabit per second upgrade, allowing it to get another medium drone or 2 light drones. This should, in theory, make Rapture a quite mean platform for brawling. With the 7.5% tracking bonus per Minmatar skill level, it might slightly lose the DPS, but each hit will hit way harder now, and it should now be able to track smaller targets a lot better, thanks to having 50 tracking with max skills with hail ammo, giving it very similar tracking to Venmax using T1 ammo. The other use here, of course, will be artillery. Extra 5% of raw damage means a bigger alpha. With the fitting I have come up with, you get 63 kilometers fall off and 3100 alpha strike, which is pretty decent for a Tech 1 cruiser hull. Maybe we will see a rise of popularity and arty raptures taking out targets left, right and center, becoming small tornadoes, which I could see maybe fly as anti-logi ships, with their tracking being way better compared to their big brother, the NATO, which usually has issues with hitting small and nimble Tech 2 logi cruisers. Execura Navy issue got a slap on the DPS again, lowering the damage bonus from 20% to 17.5% per Galente cruiser level. I'm personally sad to see this, because I love to use them in home defense during insurgencies, and the lowered damage will surely play into how many pilots you need to have the same punching power. And now we're going up the tree to battle cruisers. Myrmidon Navy issue had its cargo capacity increased by 160 cubic meters, so you can bring more sticks, paste or whatever your heart desires. Its bonus to strength of web drones also grants 10% bonus to web drone HP now, making them stay on grid longer, ensuring they get a little bit more use and might become more of a threat. Harbinger Navy issue gets a really spicy bonus, 10% reduction to the capacity cost of medium energy turrets per Amarr battlecruiser level. This means that it gets a third bonus, unlike the base Harbinger, catching up with the activation cost reduction and then having up to 37.5% better tracking, depending on your Amarr battlecruiser level. And lastly, not a ship change, but a feature which was on the mind of any laser weapon users for years. We can now see laser damage in our inventory by simply hovering over the crystals. So there you go, all the changes that we have to the Tech 1 subcaps that went live with the Legion expansion. Is there any you will want to take out more? Do you have to reconsider your fittings and make changes now that their stats got mixed up around a little? Let me know in the comments. As usual, if you drop any comments under the video, add your in-game name at the end so I can contact you easily. That is because comments under this video will take part in a giveaway of free partner exclusive ship skins, one for each winner. But only original comments count, not answering to someone else's comment. 2 more skins will be given away on my Discord server, link in the video description. Giveaways will finish 3 days from the video being published. If you would like to support me, you can use my referral link in the video description to get 1 million skill points, or use code GILDY in the EVE store. It supports me as I may receive a small commission from the purchases done with the code. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a corp mate that might need it, leave a like and subscribe to see my future uploads. If you are interested in what I will talk about next, my videos go up every Sunday. And if we never see each other in space again, Capsulia, fly safe.